Warm greetings to you all for the Pustaka Preeti Parichaya series. I, Dr. Namrata B., Teaching Faculty, PG Studies Chemistry, Govindadasa College, Surathkal, am asked to deliver a note on Sri H. S. Doraiswamy, an artisan of democracy. Before I begin my speech, I would better clarify that I am neither to the left nor to the right but in the middle. My principles are always in equilibrium. The passing away of Sri H. S. Doraiswamy, beloved freedom fighter and tireless activist for public causes, recently was a reminder of a style of social commitment. Selfless, perpetual, incorruptible, his activist life had given itself overfully to working with those engaged with democratic causes. His involvement, even when small in scope, had the grandness of nation building behind it. Doraiswamy was born in the village of Harohalli in the kingdom of Mysore, a princely state of the British Indian Empire. He was raised by his grandfather Shamanna after his parents passed away when he was 5 years old. He had an elder brother named Sita Ram, who would later become the mayor of Bangalore in independent India. His grandfather was a Shanbhog, that means village accountant, and a nominated member of the Representative Assembly. Doraiswamy completed his primary education in his village and then went to Bangalore to complete his higher education. He was enrolled in the Government Intermediate College of Bangalore for his higher secondary education and later graduated with a BSc degree from the Central College of Bangalore. After finishing his education in June 1942, he began teaching mathematics and physics at a high school in Bangalore. In August, when the Quit India movement had begun, he became involved in setting up small-scale time bombs in post boxes and record rooms to burn official documents as a method adopted to disrupt the functioning of the British Raj. He, along with some associates, also became involved in organizing protests and general strikes in Mysore state. He collaborated with N.D. Shankar, a freedom fighter and communist union leader, in organizing a 14-day general strike at 3 textile mills, which saw the participation of 8,000 workers. He also formed associations with A.G. Ramachandra Rao and Sardar Venkatramaya, who were underground at the time. In 1943, one of his bomb suppliers, namely Ramachandra, got caught by the police with time bombs in his possession, who named Doraiswamy as a contact. Following which, he was arrested and put under indefinite detention in Bangalore Central Jail. He described the prison to have been converted into a place of learning where he studied and played volleyball with other prisoners. He learned to speak Tamil and Hindi from other independence movement activists during this time. On 26th January 1944, the prisoners, including him, were beaten up by the guards, confined in their rooms, and denied food for celebrating the declaration of Purna Swaraj. He was later released in the summer of 1944 after spending 14 months in jail at a time when the government was releasing political prisoners. After his release from prison, Doraiswamy established a publication house and bookstore by the name of Sahitya Mandira in Bangalore. He later moved to Mysore on the request of a dying friend to take over the operation of his newspaper Pauravani, which was running at a loss at the time. In 1947, during the political integration of India, the Maharaj of Mysore was reluctant to accede to the Indian Union, which resulted in the Mysore Chalo movement to pressurize the Maharaj into acceding. Due to the movement, Congress leaders were arrested and press freedom was curbed by the Kingdom of Mysore. Doraiswamy, among other journalists, are noted to have continued publishing their newspapers from undisclosed locations. Renowned literary figures like R.K. Narayan and K.S. Narasimhaswamy were frequent visitors at his bookstore during and after the independence movement. During the 1950s, Doraiswamy participated in the Bhudan movement and the movement for the unification of Karnataka. He was jailed for 4 months in 1975 after he sent a letter to Indira Gandhi threatening to launch an agitation against her for acting like a dictator during the emergency in India. He was active during the JP movement against the emergency rule. During the 1980s, he was involved in various movements for the rights of farmers and other marginalized communities, and later became active in the India Against Corruption movement. In later years, Doraiswamy was involved in a number of agitations and committees working against the encroachment of water bodies and dumping of garbage near ruined areas in and outside Bangalore. In 2016, he launched a 24/7 dharna outside the Suvarna Vidhana Saudha when sessions were being held in the Legislative Assembly in Belgaum, demanding the grant of land to the landless in the state, which forced the then Chief Minister Siddaramaiah to personally give him assurances that the promise will be kept. He was also involved in agitations against the eviction of Adivasis from their tribal lands in Kodagu district. Doraiswamy took active participation in the 2019-2020 protests in India. He had also been one of the prominent figures in the protests against the Citizenship Amendment Act and the NRC. Speaking about his personal life, in 1950, Doraiswamy married Lalitamma, who was 19 years of age at the time and with whom he later had 2 children. Awards and recognition. In 2017, he was conferred the Gandhi Seva Award for providing outstanding service to the ruined sections of the society by the Chief Minister of Karnataka. In 2018, Basava Puraskara by the Government of Karnataka. And in 2019, Ramnath Goenka Excellence in Journalism Awards for Lifetime Achievement. Doraiswamy died on 26th May 2021 due to cardiac arrest at the age of 103 years. Age did not diminish Doraiswamy's spirit as he stayed active until his final days. Thank you.